Hey guys, it's kind of late. It's like 12:40 my time. I have a pretty long day tomorrow too. I'm gonna be going out for a festival, but with that, not tomorrow, but today. With that, I wanted to make a video for a pretty important reason. I'd say like most of the people that have followed me up until this point, or even just close friends, know about the reasoning behind this video. And it's more of a tradition I'd like to uphold. I've missed out on it last year, and I feel like that's something that I really shouldn't be doing, especially considering how important it is to not only myself but this channel. But with that, let's get into it. Good morning, good evening, good night, whatever time you're watching this video. It is currently Saturday, May 23rd, 2026, and right now it is like 12:40 p.m. Central Standard Time, whatever. And it kind of just dawned upon me of what today is. Not dawned upon me. I've kind of been counting it down recently in the last 2 weeks, but that's kind of why I'm here today. Second off, if your day is just starting off, if your day is just starting off, I hope you have a great day. If you're in the middle of your day, I hope you are having a great day. And if you're coming towards the end of your day and it has not been so great, please do something to make it great, because you still have time. You can still make a change. Bad majority can be outside of your control, but bad entirety solely relies upon you. There's always light within the day and beauty within the day, and we should always strive to achieve that, or strive for that, or feel that experience, or recognize that, because we are always blessed and have something to be grateful for in life, at the very least. Moving into today's video. Today's video is not like a word of the day. It's not even, I don't even know, I wouldn't even put it in any of the categories. This is more of a commemorative video to it's kind of like, I don't even want to downplay it. I'm gonna be straightforward about it. Today is a commemorative video, or this video is a commemorative video to my dog that has passed away in officially now 4 years since she has passed away. And yeah, man, it doesn't get easier. I might get a little fucking corny, sobby, whatever in this video, but sorry for my language. I think it's true. It's valuable and it's vulnerable. For context to those of you that don't know, I had a childhood dog, and it sounds very bland. I'm the youngest of 5, but my siblings are pretty big in age gap. So growing up, a lot of my, I guess, sibling experiences were kind of not cut short, but early, and then they went on about their lives, and that's truly how life works. I mean, people grow and move forward. But the closest thing I had to a sibling in the house for me was my dog, Dora. We had her since 2011, and she was my childhood dog. And for a long time, especially within her like later years of her life, she was my anchor in a lot of what I was feeling and experiencing. And in moments of kind of like turmoil, or like feeling as though I didn't really have a space to be fully comforted, her presence was that for me. Especially within her later years, I kind of went through a lot of little like self-value, self-deprecation issues, and didn't know how to address my mental health at the time. Obviously, I'm still like early high school, late middle school, like in that little area. And just kind of feeling the unconditional love of a pet was fulfilling for me. I think one of the most notable moments that is a perfect example of the relationship that I had with my dog, or with Dora, was on my, I think, 15th birthday. Both of my parents were working, and like, as I said, I don't blame them at all. I never do. I mean, they did all of that to make sure that I was, this is Carly, by the way, that I was provided for and cared for, and I never blame anyone or my family for that. But I was alone for my birthday, and I know, like, I'm not the only one that's been alone for their birthday. Like, I've had multiple people that I know that, haven't even had the opportunities to celebrate their birthday so much as I have. But back to the point being, and on that birthday, I was home alone, but I was with Dora. And while I had resented my birthday at the time, I truly felt as though I had some source of unconditional love always present in that reminder for me. And then the following year was when she passed away. And that birthday, I was alone again, but not with her. Um, Losing Dora was very hard for me. I had lost other family members before, but I feel as though like I had never lost anyone close. I've been fortunate enough to, at least that close. I've been fortunate enough to have a lot of those core within my like fans or family to still be present. And with that, because of that, I had really struggled with understanding grief. I had no real place, and I truly would say I became depressed in that moment. Um, Dora truly was my example of unconditional love outside of what I was like kind of used to. You know, if it was ever anything, and obviously it's a pet, so it's like to an extent, um, it's like you can debate this, but at least for me, I truly felt as though I had a kind of eye in the storm, a calm in the storm, especially in a time when I did not know what um, I was doing with myself, especially at such an early age, I guess. And um, yeah, just with that, she truly was my example, and I had to learn how to face grief head on, and I fully understood the idea that grief is non-linear. It's a cycle. It can be highs, lows. You can be good one day. I've literally bawled my eyes out the door in this last year already, simply just because grief is constant. And with that, Dora truly, for me, was the reason behind all of this, which is why I wanted to make this video today. To those that don't know, when I was handling my grief, I started watching YouTube videos on how to like approach life in a more stoic manner, and that was really the opening of the floodgates for me. It was a journey that I started, and from that point on, like I knew that I wanted to kind of do that for other people. Another note I feel like I should mention with Dora as to why she was so important to me was I would say I'm a very people-pleasing person, and I would always give, and never really fully felt fulfilled or in that reciprocation as well. But I felt fulfilled with Dora, So losing her was a very big hard part for me as well, because there was a time where I truly felt like I had nobody that was there that was able to at least fulfill that gap that I felt like I was missing. And it was just a battle. I had a lot of internal resentment I had for myself. There was a lot of things I wish I could have done. Just the way she passed away was very sudden. But, her presence taught me a lot, and it taught me the value of unconditional love. And then that grieving process was very long and hard, but it brought me to YouTube. It brought me to make videos. With that being that, like I said, like I saw those stoicism videos, I saw other videos on just how to handle life and how to handle grief, and it really did impact the way I perceived the world and just valued my life and others' lives and how much gratitude I had. And I wanted to do that for others, which is why I started making YouTube videos. I've talked about this multiple times. I know that like from an outside perspective, it could be perceived as a certain way. I knew that going into it, and I was very scared of putting myself out there because of it. But I knew the value of having a platform where I can love unconditionally, at least for others as well, or teach others of my own experiences and what it truly means to be loved unconditionally, from my experience at least. And it was all because of that loss. One of the biggest lessons I learned was to love is to grieve, and to grieve is to love. And I truly stand on that, and I mean that. Like, at the end of the day, I grieve so hard because I love very hard. I mean, it's like with Dora specifically as well. Like, I love that dog. Like, it really was just that. And it sucks, a lot has happened in the last 4 years. or last 4 summers, but at the very end of the day, nothing has truly changed. I still care deeply. I still love very deeply. I still want to be there as much as I can for those around me that I care about, and those that care about me, or just even in the world. And I still want to follow that example of loving conditionally and to be loved, being loved unconditionally. I wrote a poem. I will probably be sharing that out when I share this video. And that poem I've updated every year around this time. Besides last year, which is something I kind of regret, but every year around this time, in honor or memory of Dora. Yeah, it sucks. It's never fully easy, but I know that that loss is truly what brought me here today, and I'm forever grateful for having that experience and having that love and having that ability to share what it means to grieve with others now. To those of you that have had those grievances or experiencing those grievances or bound to experience those grievances, just know that it's a value. It means something. It's part of the human experience, and it teaches you the value of being present in the moment and sharing love and spreading love no matter what. Make sure that you tell those that you love them. Show them as well. Pets, animal, people, whatever the case may be. Continue to embody that love that you have, or that you desire to have, or that you feel. I feel like the world makes it a little bit jaded, or has a jaded perception of love, where it's now a little bit easier, not now, but it's always been easier to hate rather than to love. And I've always been against that. I always try to like love before I hate, even if it's something that I don't fully understand or agree with initially. And I think when we handle our grievances, the best way to handle them is to just realize the value of love, of that thing that you're grieving, and loving the life that you have now, because there are still other things that are present within this life that you can truly take advantage of and utilize to your advantage to some way, in some way, shape, or form. Perfect example is this channel. It was losing something allowed me to gain something that is now irreplaceable to me. Yeah. This video is already 13 minutes long, so I'm just going to cut it to the point. I love every single one of you. I am forever grateful that I am able to be here for you in some way, shape, or form, or ideally in some way, shape, or form. And I truly do wish the best for all of you. And in the case that anything happens, no matter the case, whatever it is, understand that we don't really have that much ownership over everything. So anytime you can, take in the moment and be present and value and appreciate and show gratitude and show love, do it. Even if it might feel corny, it might feel weird, tell people you love them. Give them hugs, whatever it is, however you show your love, however you give your love, embody that. Because this is the only life that we have that is confirmed, and you never know what may happen. As morbid as it sounds, that's kind of how life works. Excuse me. I wanted to make this video very high quality, whatever, but as I said, I had a conversation with my best friend, Antonio. Excuse me. And one of the biggest things was just pressing record, and this is part of that. So I'm just pressing record and getting it out there. But yeah, take care of yourself, love yourself, and be yourself. Have a wonderful day. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. God bless all of y'all. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. In honor of Dora. What else? Yeah, I love you guys. Take care. AD is out.